analyzing card sorting results would be the next step of the work. Like after conducting our card sorting test, this is the next step. Now we have the result. We want to do some kind of analysis. Okay, so our example was this UX-Trick, like that was the tool that we've chosen, but we can choose any other online tools to do this card sorting, and they are pretty much more or less the same. But all of them have something like this analysis tab that you can see here, and there are some tools that you could do analysis based on. So here I'm gonna go and show you this one, like a couple of them, like Standardization Grid, Similarity Metrics, Dendrogram. These are some useful tools. Dendrogram is this one. Like it starts with grouping, categorizing every card, as you can see on the right side, and all of them are like listed here on the left side, and on the right side we would see how we can categorize them. Like the first thing is that to categorize them all in one branch, but if we go closer to the cards, we would have like two branches. Now here between 40 and 50%, 3 branches, and if we continue, we would have more and more branches. So, and those branches represent our menu items, like the categories that we could create out of those cards. Okay, and that's totally up to us to choose where we want to cut, like how many menu items that we want to have. Okay, if we want to have 3 menu items, 3 categories, basically we cut them here, like somewhere between 40 and 50%, and then we would have like all these cards that under this branch would be grouped here. All of them under this branch would be here. Some of them has more cards, some of them fewer cards, but that's totally normal. Okay, the other tool that we have is Similarity Metrics, and Similarity Metrics, it works like kind of like a heat map, but it places these cards closer together if they are more similar. Like here you see savings, checkings, line of credit, mortgages, and these are all grouped together. And here on the other side, like ATM locator, these are the services, basically appointment, contact us, application of credit card, and all those things being grouped together. So so basically this would help a lot in open card sorting when we don't know what would be the category name. So it would help us to group them together and find a name for them, for example. But there's an important part here. Like you see mortgage and line of credit, these are 40% similar. Like some people place mortgages together with these accounts, these things, and most probably under the account category. But some of our participants place mortgage under services, as you can see, with ATM locator, appointment, and you might wonder why. And I'm gonna explain why. Because some people figure out that, okay, this is not a mortgage account. This is applying to get mortgage. So that's the reason it was categorized under these services. Okay, and that's totally normal because like the term that we used there was not descriptive. Okay, and when the term is not descriptive, people could have their own interpretation, and then they could place them under different categories. So it's a best practice to have terms that are descriptive there, so users or participants would understand what you mean by that word. Okay, so what you want to present under that category. So make sure that you know what you want to have as content of that card, and then try to describe that the content as clear as possible so everybody would understand. That's the reason I believe for card sorting, like all other types of user research techniques and user research methods, we need to have a kind of pilot study. And through a pilot study, we would be able to make sure that our terms are clear. The labels that we have for cars, the labels we have for categories, all of them are clear and easy to understand. So nobody would get confused with the term that we are using. Okay, so another tool that we have is this standardization grid. And when you have closed card sorting, standardization grid is an amazing tool. So it shows that what's the number of participants place savings under account. Like here, line of credit. Some people, like 4 of them, place this line of credit under account. Some of them, like 1, placed under services, 1 under transfer. I don't know why, but yeah. And 3 of them were placed them under a kind of custom category, the category that they created themselves. Okay, so and this is great. Like international transfer, 6 user place this card under transfer, which makes sense, but 3 of them places international transfer under some other made up or custom category. So in one view, like the first view, you'd be able to understand that, okay, these are the things, like here, these 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 should go under account menu. Then these should go under services, these 2 under transfer, and for like those categories that are user-made categories, we cannot decide based on the standardization grid. That's why I mentioned this is great tool for closed card sorting when you know what are those categories that you want to have. Okay, so that's it. And then you might ask what you do. Let me before showing this part, let me also show you here, like if I go to the home page, I'm gonna show you how to get to there. Like if you go to organize content, then you would be able to see card sorting here as a sub menu. Then here you would be able to see, like you could hit this, click view all studies, and this is my study. This is the study that I created, and now if I click on results, I'd be able to see all the details of the results, like respondents, export, sharing, but analysis is the part that's important for me. And I could go right under each of them, like cars and categories, everything basically. And yeah, these are the grid tools that I showed you. Okay, and I'm here to show you Dendrogram, because Dendrogram could have like we could calculate or create the Dendrogram based on different equations, like based on different mathematical kind of calculations. Okay, one of them is this one, actual agreement method. And when you want to have 3 categories, you could go there. One of them is this one that I showed on the presentation. So basically, these 2 methods both are valid, but usually, like actual agreement method works the best if you have more participants. Okay, but best merge method works when you have fewer participants as well. So that's why I use this one. But basically, we can use either of them that we think is useful for our project. So let's get back here. So what I've done after that, like this is another example from another project. Okay. So what you need to do, you create your menu, a kind of hierarchy graph like this, that you would have your menu items. These are the categories that you have. Okay, here in my project, it's like profile, product, resellers, like support offering, finance. These are the menu items, and under each of them, I have some content or content objects, yeah, or content blocks here. And then I decide that, okay, if I want to have more like levels of hierarchy, or if I want to go linear, like 1 or 2 levels of hierarchy in total. But the important thing is that the result of the card sorting would help me to categorize the items under menu, like the cards under the menu, the content under the menu items. Yes, and this is one of the examples. The other example is this one, for example, like this is the reseller menu, that one was ISV menu. Okay, these are 2 different parts, but there are some similarities, like profile, customer. You see here how I categorize those things. But at the end, based on this card sorting result, where what I've done was to create this hierarchy graph or hierarchy diagram, and then the result of that was this design. Like now I had that reseller profile, customers, ISV partners, everything that you could see right in this. And when I start designing that, I know already what should be like under reseller profile, what should be under customer, and this is a part of my local navigation, like under reseller menu. So the design would follow our card sorting, our information architecture basically created based on these results of the card sorting. It is just an example here.